Hello and welcome to second round coverage from 2018 Alutaguse Open, played on the Alutaguse course today. I am Anthony Endenen. I will be bringing you the commentary from the second round, and we have 4 MP40 players going to show you some awesome play. In this lead card we have Piippo from Finland, -8. We have Virtanen, -1. We have Boukarabila, and we have Juul. So Alutaguse course is more of a wooded course. Here we can see hole 1, par 3, 312 feet, and
first to tee,
Piippo from Finland, and it will be fun to see a lot of different throwing styles. For example, Ville is mainly a forehand player, but we also have 2 lefties in this card, so fun to see their shots. And here we have Virtanen, who we also had on the feature card during the first round. And now we have Boukarabila from France. And this first hole, a little bit under 100 meters, plays a slightly uphill, and basket on that little hump or little hill there, so you still have to play it over 100 meters. And as you can see already, the corridors are tight and you have to avoid the trees if you want to play it safely and not get any bad kicks, because this course will punish you if you miss the corridor. Nice upshot by Eno, and here we have Petri going for birdie, slightly on the right side of the chains, and spits out. And a nice birdie putt by Mehdi. And the leader, Piippo, easily getting that one in. Petri and Eno cleaning up, and we'll be moving on to hole 2. So Piippo 9 under, Petri Virtanen 1 under. Mehdi moves to even par, and Eno 1 over par. Hole number 2, par 4, 147 meters, and this during the second day played third hardest, so not an easy hole, and basically first shot is a placement shot. Preferably a little bit further away from the little corner, then you have a nice look to the basket. And here we can see Ville going for that tomahawk approach. So already seeing some different routes, different shots. A nice touchy shot by Petri. Looks like Eno is turning that a little bit too much over. We'll see. And now Petri, first 2 approach the basket. So he has gone a little bit wide to the right side from that ideal corridor, and gets a little kick, but stays in. I think he stayed in bounds. And then it was even more to the right side, where he basically didn't have any option to play under the basket. And Mehdi from his knee leaves it a little bit too short. And here you can see Ville still going for that forehand, his strongest selection, as well as Eno who plays mostly forehand, and he is a lefty player, so fun to see his flight patterns and selections. So this should be Petri's third shot, giving it a little bit of run, that leaves it a little bit too short, as well as Mehdi. It should be at least 25 meters, if not more. Those should be easy pars. Unfortunate spit out. And same for Ville. He has that little bit unorthodox putting technique, but if it works, it doesn't matter. So guys will be cleaning out their pars, and some players will get even bigger numbers, unfortunately. But the weather conditions on day 2 were a lot better than during the first day. You can see Petri and Eno with the bogeys, and Ville and Mehdi with pars. Hole number 3, another par 4, 150 meters, and this one is not the easiest one. Basically it plays almost straight, but at first it goes slightly upwards and then it drops down into that little opening. So again, first one is basically a placement shot to get to a good position to attack the basket on the second shot. And that shot from Petri looks ideal. That is the one you want to get from this tee pad. Nice distance and nice fade. And also Eno looks like getting that perfect shot. And also for Ville, it's not the worst place because you are in the middle of the fairway. You basically see the place, this little opening where the basket is, and that should be inside the circle, if not close to it. And here Mehdi is almost on the beginning of that downslope, so little forehand, touch shot, flexing back. Got some branches, but should be in like 8.5 meters. Now Eno has ended up a little bit to the left of the fairway, has to do a flex shot also, but leaves it a little bit shorter. And now Petri, nice backhand, and that should be inside the bullseye for birdie. And a nice putt outside the circle for Eno. That is a nice birdie. After that, bogey from the hole 2. Couple of high fives, low fives from the group mates. And now Mehdi trying to follow Eno's lead, but again leaving it a little bit to the left. Nice birdie by Ville. Same for Petri. And Mehdi is the only one leaving out this birdie party and getting the lone par. So Ville moving to 10 under for 2 rounds. Petri even for the round and 1 under for the whole tournament. Hole number 4, par 3. I think it was 87 meters, and for a righty player this is a upwards forehand shot. As for a lefty player like Petri, backhand hyzer. And that one looks pretty nice. So the basket is tucked under the woods on the right, but goes upwards, so you need a little bit of a skip if you want to be inside bullseye. And we saw yanked in a little bit too much with his backhand and got that nasty kick, but still he has a corridor to attack the basket. Nice flex shot, forehand. And now Mehdi, he has a little bit of an awkward stance, going for that tomahawk. Lives a little bit to the left of the basket, a bit short. Villa's opening drive, nice run. And now Mehdi going for the par. And a little bit too high. So he's coming now back for bogey and kiss the upper rim. And all cleaning out, nice par save after that nasty kick on the opening drive. And Petri with the lone birdie. That was almost a bit too high. Ville managed to get the par. And an unfortunate double bogey for Mehdi. So one birdie and one double bogey, 2 pars. And we are moving on to hole number 5, par 3. And this one going slightly downhill, basket tucked into the wood trees on the left side, and that is a bit too short. And here you can see again what should be a backhand shot for a righty player. Ville still going with that forehand. They should have a look for birdie. And shot fading away a little bit too early. We'll see if he has a look for that basket. And Mehdi also looks like going a little bit too early, but he has a shot there. And not finding the rhythm on those putts. As well as Ville from 12 meters. And although this basket played 3rd easiest throughout the second day, we will see only 1 birdie for the lead group. And that came by Petri. And all the other guys should clean out the pars. So, lone birdie for Petri. He moves to 2 under for the round and 3 under for the whole tournament. Ville still in the lead. number 6, par 4, 135 meters. Not the longest par 4, but it is a tricky one. You have 2 corridors, one as you can see straight in front of you, and this one is the second one. It is a tighter hole, but if you manage to squeeze through the trees, you will be even looking for an eagle putt. So a lot of players are going to try to get to the left corridor. Let's see if Mehdi is going for the right corridor with his backhand, and looks like he's turning it over a little bit too much to the right side. We'll see if he has any look from there. And Eno got a bad kick a little bit earlier. So this is Mehdi with his second shot, and looks like he's going for that forehand roller, and that is basically inside bullseye. Nice approach. Now Petri and Villa are coming from that first corridor on the left side, and looks like both have managed to approach to the basket for that birdie. Eno with his third shot, and that is, as you can see, 3-4 meters, and sneaks it in. Almost came out, but nice par save, and we'll see. Should be easy. 3 birdies for all the other guys. First up, Mehdi. Didn't feel confident from that distance, but still makes it, as well as Villa. And same does Petri. So 3 birdies and a par for Eno. Let's move on. And hole number 7, Petri gets the box after birdieing 4 holes in a row, and this is a 77 meter par 3. Is one new hole on this course for this tournament, and as you can see, most of the players go for that left corridor. And no trees in front of Mehdi's shot, so that should be nicely inside the circle. And let's see, lefty forehand, turnover shot, and then he gets a kick. He has some work to do. Looks like 15 meter putt. Stays a little bit to the right. And Petri not able to connect that one. So 2 birdies, Ville and Mehdi, and 2 pars, Petri and then we will move on to hole number 8. Ville in confident lead, 4 under for the round and 12 under for the whole competition. Hole number 8, par 4, 166 meters, and this is one of the toughest holes, not because of the distance, but this one a straight corridor in the woods, and you have a lot of trees haunting you, so you want to get through that first part of the corridor, of the tunnel. Then it widens up a little bit, although you have the OB on your left hand side closing in to the basket, and you can see already 2 pretty good opening drives, and this one looks also pretty nice, fading a little bit to the left, but we'll see what options do these guys have. And opting for that little bit lower shot, and he looks like he's happy. Yeah, he's in the middle of that corridor, but not happy with the other one. Second shot yanked it a little bit too much to the right and lost a lot of distance. Ville again with that forehand, but as you can hear, he's not happy. Could have done a little bit better and got some distance more. He should be. He has a look for birdie, but don't know how far that is. Mehdi gets another tree. Petri backhand and Anheuser shot, and that is nice. And with the forehand approach, and hits the upper rim and gets a skip away from the basket, but that was almost a 40-50 meter birdie approach. So Ville just inside the circle, lives a little bit too low. So he had a little bit of elevation there as Eno is coming back from that nice approach. That was his par save. And from birdie to double bogey in real quick. Nice birdie for Petri. And the others will clean out their scores. And we will see Petri with lone birdie, Ville, Mehdi with pars, and Eno unfortunate from birdie to double bogey. But these things happen. Hole number 9, the only par 4, 240 meters, and as you can see, first you need an approach, or sorry, a placement shot, and then the basket is in the end of this little valley, and the basket is also a lowered one, so the cage is almost touching the ground. We'll see. Ville here flexing that a little bit too much. I don't think he wanted to go with the roller, but he's on the fairway, and that is the most important one. This should be something for Mehdi. He is a big guy with big throws, and he's gunning for it. Looks pretty good from that right side of that fairway. You don't want to fade to the left too much, because then you're losing out a lot of the corner for a second shot. And Eno once again, unfortunately, kicked away from the fairway. And these are the shots where you need a spotter, because fairway goes a long way down to that low valley, if you might say that. And let's see, from the woods, once again a flex forehand. Couldn't see where that landed. That we'll see soon. Petri gunning for that birdie for second shot from pretty good place for a lefty player. And let's see, Mehdi. So you can see the basket is all the way back there, even further away from that last lamppost you saw. So there's a lot of distance to clear. Once again from the woods, and finally gets back to the fairway. Looks like he left that a little bit too low, but we'll see. Got some skip there, maybe help to get him on the green. And Ville just opting for a small tomahawk. Looks like Mehdi got some branches, but those might have helped him a little bit, not going too far away. And Petri really going for that birdie. And this is not an easy basket to putt if you're over 6'3", as Mehdi is, or in European measures if you're over 190 centimeters tall. And you can hear Ville is not happy. Ville is not happy, and as I was telling, this basket, it is a lowered one. You can see the cage. There's a little bit of space between the cage and the ground, but unorthodox height for the basket, and it might trick you a little bit. So 2 birdies, Petri and Mehdi, and 2 pars, Ville and Eno. Petri 500 for the round and 600 for the competition. Hole number 10, last one for this front 10 coverage, par 3, and this one we have a mandatory tree just in front of the basket, so you have to play from the right side, and that looks nicely, almost pin high. Clear the mando, no problems. Looks Mehdi is challenging a couple of those trees, but he has cleared the mando, and sigh of the relief. And Ville once again with a tomahawk and a nice skip. I think that was almost acing the hole. He is almost acing the hole. Struggling a little bit finding those tunnels, those right flight paths. And now he has to come back from his knee. And that should be That should be inside the circle. Give him a chance to save the par. Petri leaving it too low. So Juul saving par. And just walk it away and come back next time. A little bit of struggles for Eno, but Ville getting the lone birdie with that tomahawk shot makes you think that's the correct play for this hole if it looks so easy. Mehdi nicely clearing the par. So, finishing the front 10, Ville Piippo 5 under for the round and 13 under for the whole tournament. Thank you for watching the front 10, and I will see you soon in the back 9.